And boom, boom, bam, we're live. How's everybody doing? Thank you, Uncle G. I just got the text message. Yes, thank you. Life just doesn't stop. I got it, Rhonda. Thank you for being out there. Mike Irvin, thank you very much. I appreciate awesome 15 people out there. Uncle G, Bishop for Whiskers, Mike Irvin. Fields to water, Chad. Thank you. Let's see, 16 awesome people out there. No Name channel finally getting out there tomorrow. Had a bunch of stuff happening to him. Appreciate you being out there. Thank you. Joe Z, how you doing? Paul Boyd. And this should be about that time of year for your area. That should be on fire right now. 21 awesome people. Thank you. I have been running like a head cut off from a chicken or something like that. I know, Rhonda. Mac Fishing's out there. Rhonda saying, howdy, Mac. You fishing stand day this week? I'm missing the Potomac crew. It hasn't been the same without the Potomac crew, right, Rhonda? LG Bass is out there. Steve Ransom. Mac's going to be back next month. All right. Yeah, we may have to Mac said we could have Diamond down here for a week or two if you want. Aww. The boys would love that. They would have a blast. Lance is out there. How's it going? Annette Morgan, how are you tonight? Thank you. And big shout out to LG Bass joining the 60 plus club. That was a monster that he caught this week. On the live, that's right. 60. I'm calling it 62. I think the final weight with the net and all that other kind of blah blah blah. It was 61 point whatever, but you know me, I'm saying 62. So LG Bass officially part of the 62 club with me. KY Redneck, how you doing? 33 awesome people out there. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you all for being part of Two Stands Fishing. Max says she's making my hair turn gray too fast. All right, my friend. Good luck tomorrow. Good luck. Lance is out there. Alvin Lewis. I dropped the link again. We're just talking about anything, whatever y'all like to talk about. If anybody wants to come up and talk about something they got going on. Yeah. No Name. This is the time. You know how that goes. This is the time of year for that whole stretch right there. That's The monsters are there. So good luck, good luck. Yeah, and when I was watching Tom and Lori on the dock with them, that's that's what I love. I love that kind of stuff. I was like, oh man, I wish I was there.
If I'm going to take a trip somewhere with my truck, it's going to be Tom.
I agree, Lance. We can talk about any fishing. Fishing in general, I agree. Recently, I say recently, in the course of a lifetime, it's been catfishing for us here. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Send me pics. I want to see that mama monster that you get out there.
I'm so broken heart of my monster.
Tim Molina. Hey, Tim, how's it going? If I'm not mistaken, did I hear you got a new vehicle? 252 is out there. Like I said, I dropped the link if anybody wants to come up. One of the things I was going to talk about, obviously, coming up October 7th and 8th. A 222-pound sturgeon. Who caught one of those? And that's pretty simple. A hope, a prayer, good karma, and having your family with you. That's how that works. And Josie has caught some big fish. I've seen a pic of a monster flathead that he got. Well, look at here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was stand 3. I wanted to come up and learn something. Hell, this is stand 2. My bad.
How you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing good. How about you, Stan?
Awesome. Now that I can sit back and talk and relax for a little bit, I'm doing great.
Yeah, you were struggling, man, needing some help, huh?
Whew. You know how it goes when I'd like to say that I'm one of these big YouTube people that can just sit back and do these, but I'm just a regular guy that loves fishing and happens to come up here sometimes and talk about it with y'all. And it's life is in the way of things. So
yeah, trying to carry the whole show by yourself gets kind of tough, don't it?
Yeah, it sure does. It's a lot easier, when you're sitting here and you're talking to the screen, and you got chat out there, but there's that delay. It's always easier when there's someone up on screen with you and you're kind of having that conversation and chat comes in. I really think that's why like Hog Leg show at nighttime, the nighttime shows, I think that's why they do so well, is because there's a bunch of people that come in and out, and there's always a couple of people up there. And
that's right. You're exactly right. Hello, Tom, and hello, Rhonda, and hello, Tim.
Hey, Rhonda.
Everybody loves seeing you come up. There you go. Thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're just Diane says hello to everyone out there.
Is that your wife?
That is my wife. Yes. If you see her in chat, if you see her in chat, she is D Smithy in chat.
I've seen her in chat, but I didn't know it. Hi, Miss Smith.
Coach Steve Adams. Hello, Miss Smith.
Oh, good.
There we go. No, Lucky's over here in the corner asleep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been one of those days, on our vehicle, the battery went, so we're having issues starting, and we're jumping it, and the battery, it's just not dead all the way yet. It needs a new battery. Just, determined that today. I did all the cleaned the terminals, et cetera, et cetera. You jump it, or we got the the jump pack and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then Stan 3's vehicle, the brakes went at the same day. Ours not starting, his ain't stopping. So
Yeah, I had to put brakes on my truck Wednesday. Yeah, man, I used to do all that stuff myself, but I had to pay for it this time, and that's
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's $400 gone.
Yeah, yeah. Like obviously, we're lucky enough that Stan 3, he's been typical.
He's tremendous.
Yeah, that's why you raise your kids right. You start them out young. You have them holding the wrenches when you're doing things out there when they're young,
That's
and
right.
they pick that stuff up. And now, it's going to cost him about $100 and change to change the rotors and the brake pads.
Right.
But like you said, you bring that to a shop, it's $400-$500.
That's exactly right. Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, there's and that's if they want, that's only if they don't find anything else that needs to be done.
Right. Yep. Hey, Lee.
Lee Evans out there, Uncle Jeep. Yeah, that's right. That's right. God bless him. Yeah, he loves the James River, and he picked it up so quick.
Yeah.
Getting out there, and the amount of fish I was going through today, going back through pictures, I'm like, son of a gun. That he has got a bunch of big fish. I was trying to put some other pictures up. I found a few of me, but I had like a couple hundred to choose of him.
Yeah, Stan 3 does good. Hey, Annette. Y'all both do good, though. The James River must be a pretty good place to fish.
Well, you know what it is, Steve? It's just you got to be able to. Every body of water is going to have fish in it, and there's going to be a certain size fish in that body of water. And if the big fish in the body of water that you can get to fish are 10 pounds, and you're catching 8-pounders, well, God bless you, you're catching monsters.
Yes,
if
sir.
it's we happen to be blessed here in the James River, where there's in Virginia alone, Lake Kerr Lake Gaston. You saw what Tom did this week with the 60. There's been the 90s, the other 60s caught off of the dock there. So you got Lake Kerr, you got Lake Gaston, as I call it. You've got James River, you've got the Rappahannock, you've got there's a bunch of places that have trophy catfish in it. Every body of water, if you learn how to fish it, you'll be able, it's going to take time. You just got to go out there, put the time in, and you'll be able to catch the fish that are out in the waters that you get to fish in. And I'm blessed to be here in the beautiful state of Virginia that's got all these great outdoor opportunities.
Yep. Well, the Mississippi is, everybody knows it's a great fishery, but it's a boat fishing. You need to fish it out of a boat. It's tough to fish it from the bank. But I guess it's tough to fish anywhere from the bank. But when you're sitting on the bank and you're looking right straight across, and it's a mile of water across there, you feel kind of dwarfed. You say, well, I got this much area covered down there.
Right. And you've got to happen to be lucky enough to have your baits in that little spot of water that the fish happen to be moving through and actively feeding in at that particular time. You're out in the boat, you can go up and down and here across and out and everywhere you want to go.
Yep.
And
that's the thing.
And I've seen you. I'm sorry, what's that?
I wouldn't recommend anybody making their first trip to the Mississippi to fish off the bank. They come out way better paying somebody to take them in a boat out there.
Yeah, it's the same thing here in the James River. There's a few spots, but I know I've seen you trying to get out there on the bank, and you're dealing with muddy banks, and there's, we have the same similar situation here. There's not a lot of, if there's a good accessible bank spot, chances are there's not a lot of fish there. And there's probably 15 people already fishing there.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
They're few and far between. You see, that's where, like the Potomac River, where a lot of that is have got, pretty accessible bank spots. There's a lot of bank areas. That's why you see a lot of bank anglers from that area.
Yeah,
because there is those available bank spots.
that's right.
Hey, we had some awesome people join. There's Dave G is out there. What's up, Dave? How you doing? Palmetto Cat's in the house. How's it going, Kevin?
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin from Diane. We've got Quiet Man Curtis. How are you? How are you?
Quiet Man Curtis. Bye.
No, he's not. Eric B's out there. Hey, Eric B does Bible study on Sunday afternoons at 2 p.m. If you're needing some extra prayers or just want to hang out and hear some Bible verses read, check out Eric B Sunday afternoons at 2 p.m.
I saw Brian B posted early in the week he was going to be fishing tonight.
Oh,
but
I missed it. I missed it.
I happened to see it in a chat that he said he was going to be out tonight. He must have got a new hammer. He got a new hammer and got his boat fixed.
Hey, there's our good friend Daryl, Trophy Seekers Outdoors. How you doing?
Daryl, Eric B, Lance, Paul Boy.
Yeah, Brian has been. He's kind of turned into more of the creator than the out there fishing. But I know he's been wanting to get back out there. Hey! There's our good friend Lady Fox Outdoors. That's Marie out there. That's Jay Fox's wife. Thank you for coming in.
Hey, Lady Fox.
Good to see you. Thank you. Of course, prayers going out.
Yep. Gene Tillman.
We all thinking of it. There's Gene Tillman out there. Hooks and hammocks. Chris is saying they're driving and listening.
Yeah, they were.
So, Coach, what? Go ahead.
They were fishing. Hooks and hammocks was fishing with J Dog and Greenwell this afternoon. Storm got them, I think.
Yeah, I saw that when like I said, I've been having one of those days and running all day long, but so Coach, what else you've got going on right now?
Oh, nothing. We got out a few traps for some bullheads. I got to go check in the morning. I'm fishing in Jody's flathead deal tomorrow night. We're trying to catch a few bullheads and try to have a chance to catch one.
I thought I heard you were in there, and that's a great. Go ahead.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough signal. I built me a 20-foot tall tower for my cell phone booster. So that's right.
Wait, you're serious?
It's exactly 20 feet tall, and I hadn't tried it yet, but I'm gonna put it up tomorrow afternoon. And if I don't have a signal, then I've done all I can do, and that thing's going back to Amazon.
Well, you may have to put a little bit extra underneath it to make it up to 22 feet. I'm sure if you could get it to 22 feet, it would work perfectly.
Well, I could, but 20 foot, it's up there pretty good. I'm telling you, 20 feet tall,
yeah.
Pretty tall.
Wow.
And I'm going to put that thing up tomorrow evening, and I should have already checked it out to see if it's going to work, but I don't know. I just it's kind of tough going up and down that bank, and I don't want to go up and down it more than I have to.
Yeah, I hear you, my friend.
But we're going to find out. I'll know by 6 o'clock tomorrow what's up.
And especially down that way with a lot of things being kind of flat, that might actually, that 20 feet will probably make a huge difference.
Well, you see, our nearest tower to where we are, where we try to fish, where we want to fish, is 8 miles, and it's in Arkansas. It's across the river. And sometimes we have signal and sometimes we don't. And so this 20 foot should get me to where line of sight, I should clear the Arkansas levee. See, there's a levee in Arkansas too that runs parallel to the river, just like it is here in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And the ground being so flat, this country's flat now. I mean, water just sits in one spot. It don't run. It sits in one spot. And it's so I'm trying to clear the Arkansas levee, which is about 3 miles over there, to get line of sight with that tower. And if I get that,
I hear you.
If I get that, then I'll have enough signal to, to go live.
I am familiar. My family's from on my father's side from Louisiana. Yeah. So I'm familiar with the
how flat
the landscape.
It is here.
Yeah, of course. When I was there, we didn't deal. There was no dealing with. We're talking decades ago. So that was. We weren't really dealing with cell phones.
You're doing this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you see that video? I don't know if it was on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever. They had a challenge that they put some younger kids out there, and it was one of the old style phones. Right. They had to make a phone call with it, and
they didn't know what to do.
They had no clue.
No clue. That's right.
Hey, Yak Shore's out there. Got to wake up in 5 hours, so I cannot stay. But I wanted to say hey to my buddy Stan. Got to wake up at 2:22 a.m. in order to be to work at 3.
Oh.
Yeah, I did those all those weird shifts, and I was in the restaurant business for 20 years. So sometimes I was getting up at 2 or 3 in the morning. Sometimes I was just getting home at 2 or 3 in the morning, and it was a tough business. Hey, there's our good friend JBT out there, fishing with JBT. He's been putting the time in out there. If you haven't hooked up with Fishing with JBT yet, I recommend you check him out. Give him a chance out there. He does. I don't know if you saw that a week or two ago. He caught this big snake out there.
I like to watch him when he feeds the cats. Hey, Yak Shore. Yeah, he got a cat that he feeds. I think JBT's probably a pretty good fellow. If he carries food to a stray cat, he got something going for him.
I agree. And there's Laughing Cat. Thomas, how you doing?
Hey, Thomas.
Speaking of Laughing Cat, you got and there's Sharina. I was just gonna bring that up. Sharina's got a competition going on this weekend on her channel, going against Backyard Carping, I think. So you want to check that out. That's going to be a pretty cool. They're going to determine who's got the best backyard fishing area.
Well, they right on the river.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Well, drop that link again, Stan. Somebody else might want to come up here. Danny Stone, Curtis.
Oh, without a doubt, Sharina. And Sharina's also, it's getting close. She's got a goal. She's trying to get some shirts sold by the end for cancer research through Eternal Anglers. Check all that out on her channel. She's got all the links there for that. There's our good friend Danny Stone is in the chat.
Yeah, JBT caught a nice channel cat. I believe it was last night, 13, 14 pounds.
Man, for a channel cat, that's a trophy.
He does good with
Quite. There's Tanya Hollis. How's it going, Tanya? Great to see you again. 50 awesome people out there just listening to me ramble on.
Yeah. Hey, Buck.
There you go. Thank you, JBT. JBT dropped it in there. The Backyard Smackdown tomorrow. Sharina keeping it real versus Backyard Carp. And there is the link. Yeah, we've got into doing some. Coach, have you ever done any? How much carp fishing have you ever done?
I did a lot one year. I did it, but I did it with a pitchfork. A pitchfork and a number 3 wash tub, and well, matter of fact, 3 number 3 wash tubs. And as fast as I fill them up, they tote them up the bank and bring me another tub.
I hear you.
I caught them coming through a pipe, and
Laughing Cat Thomas says, "I came here to hear Coach."
yeah, I cleaned up on the carp. Everybody in my hometown had a carp for supper, I guess.
No, they were right. Hill Jack.
This fella had a pond. He had a lake, actually. It was about a 12-acre lake. And the carp got so bad in it that he decided he's gonna have to drain it. And it drained into a waterway. And he didn't think he ought to put all them carp in there, you know. It was just so many carp in that pond, in that little lake. So he got a bunch of us boys down there, and we all had them long-handled pitchforks. And I don't know how many tubs they had, but they had boys carrying me 3 tubs. Each one of us with a pitchfork had 3 tubs. And I don't know how many tubs of carp we stuck coming through that pipe, but it had to have been several thousand pounds of them.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, and they were carrying them up there, and of course the older boys got on the pitchforks, and the younger boys was having to tote the tubs, and just taking 2 of them at a time. And they was going up there and pouring them in the back of the pickups, and they finally brought a trailer down there. The owner brought a tractor and a trailer down there, and they dumped them in that tractor and trailer. In the trailer, because he didn't want to turn them loose in the waterway. And and I don't know. I don't know what the law would have been. It wouldn't have made any difference. But I guarantee you, if he'd have turned that many 1,000 pounds of carp loose in there, it wouldn't have been nothing there today but carp. Because it was a many 1,000 pounds of them came out of there, and of course we didn't get them all, you know. But you and
I both know things were a little bit different back then than they are now. So,
man, this was in the 50s, late 50s.
Woo! There you go.
This was a long time ago. It was longer ago than a lot of these folks were around.
Yeah, well, I got to admit it. I'm getting up there, but that's even longer than I was around. So
this was in 50. This was in 59. Yeah, this was in 59.
Yeah, but I never get tired of hearing those stories from back then. That was that was when things were a little bit simpler than they are nowadays. And
well, yeah, I guess so. And the landowners controlled what was going on, you know. And this fellow was from South Louisiana. He was one of the first people to come into this part of the country where I live to raise rice. In fact, he didn't speak real good English. And you know what I mean. He was a coon, a Cajun. And but he could raise that rice, and he could he could tell how much gumbo to make, you know, just looking at the field, rice field. But he had a lake there that he used it for irrigation purposes, but he had some fish in it, and the carp overtook it. And one thing led to another. He couldn't eat all the carp. It got so thick he couldn't eat all of them, and them redfish or whatever.
Yeah,
that's what he said they were. But he ate the carp. He ate a world of carp. Because I never have eaten one, but I have eaten them at his place. I ate them for dinner. So that's what his wife cooked us to eat that day. Yeah,
and they're not bad if they're done right.
Well, occasionally they can cook a shoelace and make it taste good.
I went back to visit my family down there, and they lived out in a place called Owl's Bayou. And you drove down so far. You drove your vehicle down so far. Then they had the boats. You had to get in the boat to go out to the out to where they lived. And that was they didn't go to the grocery store that much. So most of the stuff they got was what they got, and
they ate out the bow.
Yeah.
Was it brackish water where they got shrimp and
it was
all that?
Yeah.
Everything?
Yeah, they were off of Lake Pontchartrain.
Oh yeah. Well, they got plenty of food there. Yeah, man.
But that was my family. That's where they were on my father's side. That's where they were all from.
Man, I love that food. Oh, I love that Cajun food, man.
Yeah. So my whole half of my family on my father's side, they're all Kunash or Cajun, or it's not a derogatory term. It's people hear it, they think that it is, but
yeah. Well, I probably brought this up to you before. Have you ever listened to Kuyan Duhan on YouTube?
No.
I know I brought this up to you. Cooyon, Kuyan Duhan. You need to watch his videos, man. His first cousin and I are real good friends. They live down around Aliceville, down below Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Aliceville. Abbeville. Down below Lafayette. Man, that guy is hilarious.
Holy smokes.
What the fish snatcher?
Man, I've been wondering where you've been. Where have you been?
Hey, I'm just happy.
Good, my gracious. Woo!
Woo!
My brother, how you doing? Great to see you.
I'm doing good, man. How you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing well.
Steve, what's up?
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to come say hello to everyone. I don't get to see everybody often, but if I'm going to pop out, it's got to be on my Bros Live, Snatcher style. Yeah.
Man, where have you been, Snatcher?
Working, Steve. I've been working hard, man.
Oh, okay.
Working hard.
Yeah.
Almost done with my project, and I'm ready to get back at it.
I got you. Okay. Well, good to see
Snatcher,
you,
brother. I appreciate you popping up, making this appearance up here. I appreciate you. What the fish snatcher, my grandkids say, I hear it all over the place. That is just taking over.
Bro, positivity, man. You know how we do it.
Awesome.
You know how we do it. Kobe and Shaq, man.
I saw your TikTok today, and I said, "Well, doggone, there he is."
There I go, ain't
I wanted to ask Brian B the other night, but I scared you was in jail or something, and I didn't.
Oh, snap, son!
What the fish snatcher?
Come on, Steve. What you trying to say, son?
I didn't want to start a bad rumor,
I appreciate.
Oh my Lord!
Always been positive. I chimed in every now and then on my bros.
No, let me tell you.
Group chat.
Let me tell you one thing. One thing for certain, two things for sure. Snatcher does it positive. He's family style. 100, 365.
Yes, sir.
Just I can't say enough good things.
I
Well, you
believe
know, down here when somebody just all of a sudden,
you know, we see a lot of people that do negative things. And if they didn't realize it yet, it doesn't get them anywhere. Positivity always gets you somewhere. Negativity never gets you anywhere. Makes you the biggest hater in the room. Who wants to be the biggest hater in the room? Come on, son.
well, down here when somebody just all of a sudden disappears and you don't see them anymore for months and months, you figure they waiting on parole.
Thank God. Thank God.
And we don't ask a lot of questions, you know, so we just wait for them to get out.
I understand that, Steve. Hey, Stan, can I do a quick roll call to everybody out there?
Oh man, of course, bro. Of course,
Can
of
I
course.
run it down? Before I run it down, I need to see some deuces in the chat. I need to see some two fingers. I want to say what's up to everybody out there because I haven't seen y'all in a long time. And this is my opportunity. Like Mac Fishing, I see what the fish snatchers going on. Mr. Kitty Whiskers, the Bullock Experience, LG Bass, Fishing for Whiskers. My bro, Eric B is in the building. Another positive brother right there. Shout out to you. Donnie Sanders. I need to see those deuces like my man Mac Fishing is throwing up. Shout out to Mac Fishing. Two stands. Show Mac Fishing. He's doing it right with the deuces. We representing my bro two stands today. Steve Adams, man. I'm blessed to be amongst these legends. There it goes. We got Kelly Bullock in the building. Steve, Buck, Tina. I appreciate y'all showing that love, man. It is awesome to be in the room with y'all. Thank y'all. Where is Pogo?
There you go, Snatcher.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Backyard Car.
It is great to see you, Snatcher. I know we've messaged back and forth, but you know nothing's better than seeing people face to face.
Yes,
great to see you. Great to see you. Good to see that
what
you're
have
doing
I
well.
missed, bro? What have I missed? Did you beat the 222 Sturgeon?
No, man, it's been a tough. You know, I thought this was going to be the 2-2s, the year of the two stands, but it's been a tough year for me. Been a tough year, but hey, I still got a few months left. You know what I'm saying? I can turn this around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How about you, Steve? Anything new?
No, nothing new. Just older. That's all.
Older and wiser. We older
I don't know about wiser, but I know about older.
I'm spouting them out.
Hey, Snatch, you know how it goes? Sometimes when you can just get up and get moving, that's a great day.
That's good. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. If you can get, here's the thing, guys out there. If you can get going, that means you got potential to do whatever you really want to do. You ain't done until you can't move no more. And if you can't move no more, you can send somebody to do it for you. How about that?
There you
What
go.
the fish snatcher? We got Big Kev in the building. Palmetto Cats. Burr, 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 burr. OGs, there's a lot of OGs in here. I see a whole lot of OGs, man. That's awesome, man. I've been really missing everybody. I ain't lying to y'all.
No doubt the Snatcher can liven things up.
Oh man, the whole team can.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
They called us Kobe and Shaq. Stan and I, man, we can really rock a show.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I still go back every once in a while and watch that, and you know what that when snakes attack that Has us put out there.
Oh, shout out to the 99 sticker, super sticker.
Oh, making it sprinkle up in here. Oh man, that is something. That is funny.
Freddie, what up?
There you go, Danny Stone. Danny Stone, you know, we talking about another person with positive energy.
Yes,
Danny Stone Outdoors. You know what I love? You know, Snatcher with Danny Stone, the way he ends all his videos out there. And you know, we love you. I mean, hey, what better way? What more positive than that than telling people you love them?
I respect
that. Is awesome, Danny
Stone. Salute to you, Danny Stone. Positive. That's what we talking about.
There we go. There we go. There's
I miss you too, man. You need to let me come hang out on that awesome boat, snatcher style. We going to catch something for the pot. You already know.
Hey, Snatcher. It was a few weeks ago, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. I don't know. Something was going on. It was getting a little negative. Turn some things around. Otherwise, you know what? Snatcher's coming out your closet. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna say this. I said keep it positive, but I done jumped out of somebody's closet. I got to for a while. Just saying.
Oh,
I told him.
I apologize, Palmetto. It's Snatcher.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and you know what? I know you're a little bit closer down there to Palmetto than I am, but he's got the he can put the dates and stuff up there. There is a meet and greet Palmetto Island.
Oh,
Going to be a bunch of people out there fishing with Palmetto.
When is that?
It's coming up here shortly.
I don't know if he wants to drop the date because they might flood that place, man. That place might get overran with fishing enthusiasts. Everybody that likes to catch mop, throw it in the pot style. Everybody that likes to catch catfish. They got so many fish down there. You got a variety down there. You can catch everything you like. Because I seen Palmetto catch catfish. I seen them catch bluegill, big bluegill on top of that. Everybody knows I love to eat them. I seen them catch so many different style of fish down there that it's endless. Freddie, what's up?
That's what's awesome, Snatcher, is that a lot of us, we can relate to the throw them in the pot, but we can also relate to, hey, when you get that monster, when you get that big one, that's that breeder that's going to put, we've talked about that, and a lot of people don't understand that whole thing, and we've had those conversations and stuff. Right. Those are the ones that are putting those fish back into the water. A lot of people that want to put them in the pot think, "Oh, I got a lot of meat to put in the pot." Man, when you put those big ones back, that's what's going to keep those fish growing. That's what's going to keep those fish out there for that next generation. So, that's what I think. That's what's great is, people with different, we can all learn from each other, and there's nothing wrong with putting them in the pot. But some of them you want to put back in the water.
Smart, though. You got to do it smart. You're right, Stan. You can't just be like, harvesting, filling up the freezer. You're not going to even eat these fish. They're going bad. You can't do that. Me, I've never caught a fish that was bigger than, I would say, maybe 8 pounds, maybe. That I didn't throw bigger than that, I'll let them go anyway. I don't want to eat the whales.
Palmetto said it's filling up.
I believe man.
We might have to inhabit now that Snatcher's talking about it. We may have to inhabit a whole nother. We may have to inhabit a whole county. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Who can come hang with the Snatcher? I'm going to Palmetto Island. Yeah.
We got Freddie out there with us. Snatcher, I don't know if you've seen it. I know you've been busy and doing some things. Freddie Outdoor Adventures. He's got the FOA double wide rods. That's youth and yak. He's really focusing on the kids out there. That's little awesome. Shorter rods, 5 foot and 6 foot. We've been using them up here. Been catching some monsters on them. Freddie, so big shout out to Freddie. Check out Freddie Outdoors Adventures.
I like to sponsor one of those youths. I like to buy one for somebody out there. Is there a way I could do that, Stan?
Well, of course, Snatcher. Of course.
I'm with that.
Let's see. Well,
see what you
just did. This. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Freddie needed.
Hey, there's my good friend Dustin, Team Snag and Whiskers out there.
That's what's
he fishes
up.
The James River up here with me.
That's what's up. I challenge everybody out here to sponsor a youth with Freddie's Outdoors Adventure. Purchase a rod, sponsor a youth, and maybe we can put it in a pot. Like, y'all tell me how much it is to get a rod. I send that money to we send it to one location, and then we could have somebody give it out to some youth and stuff like that. Maybe it can go to Palmetto's Island or something. I don't know. Just a suggestion. I don't know where all the kids is going to be gathering up.
Oh, that might be a great idea. Something we could do on because Kevin will be doing some lives, I'm sure, during that time. Maybe that's something that we could do there.
Yeah, we always got to look out for the youth and make sure we keep pushing them in a positive direction. Nothing more positive than fish doing it the right way.
Because you know what, Snatcher, when they don't have that positive direction to go, they're going to be looking for other things, and that's just what the evil's looking for.
That's right. Well, just like it's our job, Steve. It's our job, like you were saying, we older now. and it's our job to push these kids in the right direction. You know, that's the job of the elder people when we get a little bit wiser. I'm getting wiser. You see how many wisdoms I got? Look at there. I got wisdoms. And you count them. That's how much wisdoms I got. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, I ought to be smart.
You are smart.
Give me
Look at all
just
that
one.
wisdom.
Give me just 1 second. I got to drop.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dale,
Steve will hold it down. Don't worry about it. I got Steve with me, and he's got tons of wisdom right there and over there.
I don't know about all that now.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Hey, real. It's the old saying though. Real recognize real. Good recognize good. I can recognize a good person when I see one. You ain't been in the bad section of YouTube doing bad things to people, have you?
Not that I know of. Not on purpose. That's for sure.
Okay. So we have no other choice but to respect you. And if anybody doesn't like it, the snatcher will jump out their closet.
You get 10 to it. Not on purpose.
Yeah, not on purpose. Well, we know nobody's perfect. I don't down anybody. Nobody's perfect. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I just like to see positive energy. And I've been away for a little while, and I don't know what's been going on, but I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of new positive people out there that I need to come across. And I'm looking for you guys. I got my eyes out for you. I'm trying to find y'all. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I missed you. I used to enjoy listening to you and Brian B and Haz and Stan. I don't know what night it was, but I guess it was just any time. But y'all used to have a good show. I used to enjoy it. But all of a sudden, that gum, you just gone. I said, and I didn't ask anyone.
Well, like I said, I'm working on projects. I had to sign what's called a non-disclosure deal, NDA. I was editing in a film, and that was a blessing. That's what it's saying. When you put positive energy out there in the world, positive things come to you.
Oh, I got it.
And I appreciate it. I definitely am thankful that I got that opportunity. I'm almost at the end of that.
I got you. Somebody's hollering.
Yeah, I'm back. Hey, Kevin, I'm back, man. I'm doing 365 days. I challenge all of y'all to join me. 365 days. You got to post something. I've been doing a cheat code already. I ain't going to lie to you. I done did 2 shorts. I'm doing it. 365 days, every day, you're going to see the snatcher.
Yeah, that's something else I understand. And a bunch of them gone to TikTok.
Yeah, I'm over there on TikTok too, but I'm not doing the lives and all that. Like I said, I'm just really working my way. I got to take baby steps. I can't jump back in there or I'll crash. I got to take baby steps. We need to get everyone TikTok back to YouTube. Steve, I'm all for that. Shout out to Steve Ransom. He said we want to get everybody from TikTok back to YouTube. So we need YouTube to push this fishing community and bring our brothers back. Yeah. That's all.
Well, what is it about TikTok? Is it more money involved or what?
Well, yeah, it's more money and you get more views and all that. So like anything, people want to go where they're getting the most attention and fame and the things they're trying to achieve. Some looking for fame, some looking for money, some looking for views. Like whatever they're looking for, they're getting more of it there. But they can get it right here if the community supports it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if a fella's trying to make a living doing it, he got to do what's right for him.
That's right. And you got to respect it. I respect it.
But, that's just the way it is. I guess don't nothing stay the same. Everything changes.
Everything changes. You're absolutely right. So the TikTok platform is way more interactive. I agree. So I like to do the buttons, make people dance and have things going across a string. TikTok built all that in for you. YouTube need to do that too, because that is engaging,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
here we go. I'm a big Carolina Real Screamers. Great to see you. Thank you for coming in. There's my good friend Crappy Day Fish on positivity. That's right. And man, I'm a big believer that God puts people in your life at the exact time that you need them. And man, when y'all saw me come in, I know Steve, that's probably why you jumped up here. You saw me. I was dragging. My energy.
Oh, no, I don't believe that, Stan.
Oh yeah. I was dragging. Hey, it's 2 stands. Boom, boom, boom. come up. No, my energy was low. But God knew that I needed some positivity in my life. He blessed me with putting coat and the snatcher up here. Woo! And I'm full back up again. I love it. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate everybody coming in.
Stand up in the chat. Can I get a woo in the chat? That's a WOOO.
Yeah.
Don't forget to show some love. And
That
hit
is awesome.
That's right. That's right.
We got 52 awesome people out there. Thank you.
Shout out to all of y'all, man. Y'all awesome for supporting the bros. There we go. LG
And I sent. Woo! And Snatcher, I know you're busy. You've got a lot of things going on. Man, you missed it. LG Bass this past week, he caught a 60-plus pounder, 60-plus pound blue cat. Woo! It was a monster.
That is a woo! Shout out to Danny. That's what that is. Congratulations, LG Bass, man. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. You can't respond to more comments when there aren't as much people. That's very true, Palmetto. Shout out to Crappy Day. Woo! With the capital letters. Man, they want to see you win, bro. Yeah.
That's right. You know what? And Crappy Day, he said that he's really important to me because he's one of the people that said I'm one of the reasons that he got in this community. And man, if I can bring anybody into the positive vibes and the positive environment that we have here, you know what? That's what I started all this for. You know my story. Everybody up here kind of knows my story. I'm the emotion on the sleeve. I don't hide nothing from nobody, and that was kind of why I got all this going. And you know what, Snatcher? Here we go. I had to jump out before, and this is why it was. There he is.
Hey, Freddie.
Freddie Outdoor Adventure.
On Snatcher and Coach.
What's up, brother?
Freddie.
Are you ready for Freddie? Are y'all ready for Freddie? Here he is.
So yeah, Stan sent me a little thing. Said, "Hey, Freddie, come on up, talk about your rods." Well, this it's a Stan night. This ain't Freddie rod night, but we'll throw it out.
What's for the kids?
That's right.
Around much Snatcher. Now, FOA Customs and Gear. We have a 5-foot and a 6-foot rod coming out. They are due in-house. Our estimated is the week before Thanksgiving. So they'll be ready to sell hopefully right before Thanksgiving. And on top of that, we announced last night on the bait shop that sometime early to mid-October, there'll be a video coming out where we will do a small pre-sale of some of these rods. So just like the big companies, they do pre-sale before they get the rods in. We're going to do the same thing from a business perspective. It makes sense. So I can go ahead and reorder more rods so we can keep stock in-house. So be looking out for that probably in the next 3 weeks or so. You'll be getting a video out there. So if you want to pre-order the rods, you can.
So, like, if I wanted to sponsor a kid, how I go about that?
Well, if you wanted to sponsor, like, say if you know a kid that needs a rod and you want to buy them a rod, we can put it out there. It'll be just like you ordering a rod from me, but you just tell me who to send it to. Or if you don't care who to send it to, we can get with the community and find out who's in need of a rod, or if there's a local community or a local group that does the kids push. We'll do something where we can. I got an idea. Boom. You know how you get great minds together and we start talking and we start boom. We start vibing.
Muskrat Adventures has got that kids tournament coming up. Tournament coming up.
I was hoping to have
October
the 29th.
Well, it doesn't matter if they're in stock or not. That could be one of those pre-order rods that, hey, if the kids got to wait to Christmas, what better thing than getting a FOA double Y rod at Christmas time? And Snatcher, here's what it is. A lot of people, they get that, they think, hey, my kid needs that little shorter rod, and it's one of these little flimsy whatever, and it keeps, just a bunch of garbage.
Yeah. Man,
Stan 3 took the Freddie rods out. He caught 60 plus pounder on the first day he had the Freddie rods out there.
Really?
Yeah, we've probably caught close to 1,000 pounds of fish on the Freddie rods already.
That's
I'm just
awesome,
saying.
buddy. No, that's awesome,
So
man.
you're putting a quality rod in a kid's hand that, you know, normally might be using something that is going to fall apart after a few months of using and things like that. So,
Start 'em off right, man. I think that's important. Start them off right.
Yep.
so Muskrat has the kids tournament coming up at the end of October. Maybe that might be something we could do right there as a fish snatcher prize during the Muskrat Adventures tournament.
Y'all send me the link. Y'all tell me you know what I need to do, and I'm with it. Whoa, Freddie. Whoa, wanna be outdoors.
Hey, you talk about a group of positivity, man. You can't get better than this. That's awesome. I'm so psyched right now.
Wanna be
Like I
outdoors.
said.
Choo choo part though. I don't get it. Woo, choo choo. Is that how you do it?
Hey, we've been a big thing with the positivity train lately. So the choo choo, that I guess it's just carrying on.
I'll roll with that. Pontoon Jody, what's going on?
Yep, Palmetto said it. You got the kids tournament is on the 29th and 30th during the daytime, and then Palmetto is actually having the second annual monster hunt the night of the 29th.
So I think what would be good if we can do. I mean, I'll do it. I don't want to speak for anybody else. I'll buy a rod for each kid event. You know, I'll sponsor at least a rod for each event.
I'll get with.
For each event.
Yeah, like I get one rod for the monster hunt, and I get one rod for the other event that you said. And what I would do is I'm asking everybody out there as a challenge: pick one, sponsor a rod, just buy one rod to go to one of these kids. Yeah.
Woo. That's a good challenge there, Snatcher. That's a good challenge.
Challenge. Positive challenge. We don't want to challenge negative things. We challenge.
That's right. That's right.
What's more positive than investing in children?
Hey, Ugly Dog Lures out there, how you doing? Good to see you. We got 52 awesome people out there. Thank you, thank you.
Shout out to the 52 awesome
Valerie
people.
is saying that's a great idea.
I agree, Valerie.
That's right. That's right. There's Rhonda Fishing for Whiskers. Thank you so much for being out there, helping us all out. Thank you. There's the StreamYard link. If anybody else wants to come up and join the panel, you're more than welcome. That's what we're here doing tonight. Freddie may look small, but he's not a kid.
I am at heart. I'm a kid at heart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Since Rhonda put that link up, and someone else may want to come up, and I've been up here the longest, I'm gonna drop out and give somebody else.
You're not allowed to leave. It rhymes. No, you're not allowed.
We got plenty of room, Coach.
All right. Well, I'm just trying to make room if anybody else wanted to come up.
They can come
We
on
got
in.
room for what? 6 more people staying, 5 more people, something like that. So we got plenty of room.
All right.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Hey, I'm up here with the legend of Steve Adams. That sounds like something that's going to be in the book.
The legend. There you go.
That's right. Hey, Steve, there's not a lot of us out here in the catfish community that can talk about stories from back in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? And we respect that.
I got to respect that.
Oh, Lord.
Steve, can I ask you what's your personal best?
What's that?
What's your personal best? Can I ask you that?
75.
75. Wow.
In the boat now. I've hung way better fish than that I couldn't get in the boat, but 75 the biggest one I ever got on the scale.
Goodness gracious. I don't know.
It's got me beat.
Fish snatcher if I catch a 75-pound fish. I'll bust from excitement.
Well, that fish is sitting in my lap in my avatar. That's the fish.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
They're actually set up as casting style, but the eyes on them are a little oversized. So Mike Murillo had I think spinning rods on his for his girls to use, but you can use anything from a button pusher to a casting rod to a small spinning rod on these reel on these rods. And Steve asked what kind of reel. Depends on how confident your kid gets. You know, you can start them out with a Zebco 33 with a button, or you can take them outside with something like let's say my favorite rod that my son started was a Pisky Fun Chaos 40. easy super cast, easy to learn with, or a spinning reel. You know, they all have their ups and downs. You know, so whatever you feel comfortable with is what I say. Take them out there. You know, take them to Walmart. Let them look at the reels and figure out which one they want to try. Take them in the yard and let them start throwing it.
I agree. I started with a
Yeah.
Walmart Dusty Slingshot. Yeah, Walmart special.
There you go. And it's funny that you bring that up because that's one of the videos that we're thinking of doing. You know, my family has kind of grew this past year. Stan 3 got married, and I've got two 4-year-old twin grandsons, and man, they've been just lighting it up. They love fishing now. Oh man, I'm truly blessed to have this family growing, and they make me so happy every day. Grandpa, and give me a big hug. What
That's
is
awesome.
better than that? There's nothing. And that's one of the things we were thinking. You know, when we're going out to the different parks and stuff, there's people asking us. You know, they're not sure. They go into a Walmart or Bass Pro, and they're just stumped. They have no idea. So that's one of the videos that we've been thinking of putting out is from, hey, let's go right in. This is what you do. You're looking, depending on what you're looking for, boom, this is what you get. Here's the hooks that you get. Here's the line that you get. You give people a good idea of what to start with, how to tie a couple basic knots just to get started. And, you know, once you get started, man, you're hooked and it goes from there. Then, you know, you can search all that other stuff and do all that. But, you know, we've been blessed to have people. You know, I was blessed that my father taught me from my father's father taught him from day one. And my father taught me from day one. And I taught Stan 3 from day one. But, you know, there's a lot of kids out there, especially nowadays, that haven't had that same blessing. And, you know, they get to be adults and all of a sudden they're like, hey, they see this positivity, they see the fishing going on. They want to be part of it, but they have no clue. So that's, I think, I agree. That's one of the big things that we can do. Hey, there's 50 Cent, half century fishing out there. How's it going?
50 Cent.
Freddie. Evening.
Copy to clipboard.
Team snagging whiskers.
So Freddie, I heard you got some fishing going on this weekend, right? You're not fishing in the Pontoon Jody, you're fishing in a local event, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to be fishing a local tournament tomorrow during the daytime. It's a channel cat only local tournament, and there is a side pot for a flathead because the lake we're fishing on is channel cats and flatheads only. There are a few blues in it, but not your typical blues. So it's a channel cat event. We're supposed to be fishing in it. Not sure if we're going to. We might have some other plans to go check out a couple new areas to fish. But if not this weekend, the following Saturday is the Southeast Catfishing Club here, local club down here. It's a pretty big club in North Carolina, South Carolina, is having their first tournament of the season on Lake Watery, and we'll definitely be there, either myself and Nina or me and Trey fishing in it. And then that following Sunday, the 2nd of October, I make a trip up to Lake Gaston for a week.
Nice.
Well, and I know fishing with the youth, Freddie, you know, it was totally awesome. Not tonight. It was last Friday, right?
Yeah,
last Friday. We were fishing the Uncle Lou to 500. Man, you know what? Near and dear to my heart, you know, fishing with your son. Here I am still fishing with my son who's 30-something years old. And I'm still fishing with him. To see you and Trey out there fishing together and to actually it wasn't a competition, but to actually be beat by you and your son out there fishing in a competition that wasn't a competition. Totally blessed. It was totally awesome to see the excitement in Trey's face. That's just you know, that's doing it right. That's how you do it. So it was yeah, I was totally blessed to be part of that, and it was great to have you out there. And you know, I gotta say, the two father and sons out there, we caught the most fish. We caught more fish than anybody else out there. I'm just saying.
Yep, it's true. Now,
Hey,
how
Freddie,
big is the fish to
is
beat
that
you?
tournament on YouTube?
I may go live on the 1st when I'm fishing in the tournament, just to throw a live out there while we're doing it. However, that lake, the signal sketchy there, so I don't know if we'll be able to, but we're going to try at least do a little bit of live. But the whole first week of October, while we're up at Lake Gaston and Kerr Lake, we will definitely be doing quite a few lives. It'll be me and my wife, and then Chris and Telly from Hooks and Hammocks will be up there as well. So there'll be a couple lives between the two of us, hanging out with Tom and Michelle, LG Bass. So
Awesome.
but Stan, how big was the fish that beat you by Trey last Friday? What? Like,
I think it might have been 2 inches long.
it's actually in the fish tank with my goldfish, which my goldfish are bigger than the catfish.
Cold-blooded.
Hey, but that's, you've heard me say a bunch of times, it's not the size of the fish, it's the size of the excitement. And woo, y'all are excited about that. So hey, that's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
Denny Stone said, when I was a kid, I started with a cane pole. And when I got a Zepco 202, man, I had a bunch of those in my time back then. I thought I was big time. That's right. The Zepco 202s, used to get them for about $2.22 back in the day. So
22. That's a great deal.
yeah. Steve, what was the first? What were you taught to fish on?
Well, like everybody else, I started with a cane pole and a cork, out of a snuff bottle. And we had to buy hooks, but my first reel was a J.C. Higgins from Sears and Roebuck.
I had one of those.
Yeah, J.C. Higgins was a brand name that Sears sold before they sold Ted Williams. Ted Williams came on, and all of their sporting goods was Ted Williams this and Ted Williams that. But before Ted Williams was a signature, it was J.C. Higgins, and that was the first reel I had forever and ever and ever and ever. And I don't remember the first reel I used. It had to have been an old Zepco of some sort, but modern day reel. But
yeah,
I hear y'all talking. I didn't have anyone to take me fishing. You heard me talk about Radish, Johnny Summers, the boy that caught the monster fish that I talk about all the time. That's how I got started out on the Mississippi River. Fishing was with him. And we started out with open face reels, because we just sitting on the bank dropping the line straight in the hole. And I don't even remember what they were. I guess I had my old J.C. Higgins, and he had some kind of old open face reel. We call them spin casting rod reels now. We call them open face.
Oh, they still call them open face.
And we didn't throw them. We just kind of tossed them out there and fished straight down in the big holes on the bank of the river. But back in those days, you could go anywhere on the Mississippi River, even on private land, and they didn't care. They'd let you go. Now it's $750,000 for a membership to one of the clubs, and they don't want nobody in there. And
that's not right.
So that's just kind of the way I got started on it. And then we borrowed a boat and borrowed a motor, and one thing led to another, and we started learning how to catch the big fish back in the 60s.
Nice. That is awesome.
Yeah, I was. When I was taught, I did hand lining. My father taught me hand lining, and Steve, I told you my family a lot from the bayous out there, and running trot lines. But I guarantee you, everything we caught was 8. I guarantee that. But not a single ounce of that fish went to waste.
It went in the pot.
But, it went in the pot, yeah. And if it wasn't for you, it was for your neighbors next door or your family, or that was just how it was done back in the day. And
But Stan, you started
I-
out like up north somewhere, right?
Yeah, well, by the time in my memories, yeah, you know, when I was a little kid, I was in Louisiana. I was born in Baton Rouge, and I had family in the bayous out in Louisiana, in Lake Pontchartrain. So when I was a young, but my youngest memories, you know, once you get my age, you know, it's hard to go back. But yeah, so yeah, it was up in New York, and even in New York, I remember. We were one of the few people that did that up there. Like, and there was regular. You could only have, you know, in Louisiana, you could have, you know, 300 hook trot lines, and you know, it was a whole different ball game. In New York, you could have 2 trot lines with only 15 hooks on each one. But man, I remember my father. We had a big cage that we built, and we'd go out camping for the weekend and fill that with bullheads. And you know, you're talking fish only this big, but we'd feed, you know, 20, 30, 40 people with the fish that we would catch. And
Right.
that was, you know, but that's going back.
Right.
But yeah, but then the first reels that I had were probably the push button Zebcos and the 202s, the 22s, the 33s. Those were like the first ones that I remember using. But before that, yeah, it was hand line, and you kind of had the weight on there, and you threw it out, and you kind of you caught them by hand. Just that was what, you know, you had to be taught. You were taught how to read the waters and where the fish were and all that before you could actually spend money on getting a rod or reel or those kind of things.
Well, I have to shout out Brian B. and Uncle Lou. That's who upgraded my life. I went from a slingshot, trusty Dusty, to Uncle Lou Roy from Brian B. and Abu Garcia. I think it was a 6,000 from Uncle Lou. Yeah, they upgraded my life.
Look at here, these guys picking on me in the chat about making hooks out of bones and spearing fish. But when I was growing up, I made a mini fish hook, and I hate to say it, but I used to steal paper clips off the teacher's desk and carry them home and get the file the points down, and I made a little old brim hook and caught a mini bullhead and a ditch bank brim off of paper clips for a hook.
Paper clips, the safety pins. Has anybody used safety pins for hooks before? Them little small ones you start out with, and yeah, I've done that.
I'd have to stop it from bending.
I'd have to take them safety pins from Mama, and I'd rather get a beating from the teacher than I had from Mama. So I stole her paper. I stole the teacher's paper clips.
Steve, I wasn't as smart as you were, so I took the beat, and it was for a good cause. I was going fishing.
And like, look, Mom, but I brought dinner. Oh.
I knew better than using safety pins. Hell, that's what held my drawers up. Hell, I couldn't use them.
Oh man. Brad Cottle saying, so Steve, you invented hooks.
I invented how to have one. Man. You couldn't get the town to buy one. I didn't have the money if you could get the town.
There you go. Valerie saying my dad put open safety pins on the string for our hooks on the cane poles.
There you go. Right.
We're gonna make a new challenge. It's the safety pin, Barbie pin, clip challenge, paper clip challenge.
There you go, Snatcher. We're gonna go old school, Snatcher style. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna crazy.
How we used to take off. You remember the Coca-Colas and Pepsis and all that used to come with a little bit of thin layer of cork in the cap.
Yep.
We used to take a pocket knife and carve all of that cork out of there and save them.
That should float.
And then you take them and stick them together. Put like 6 or 7 of them together, you know, like stacking quarters.
Yeah. And
stick a match down through the middle of it and make a hole. and then run your line down through there, and then put the max back in the hole, and that was your cork, and you adjusted it, you know, down through the cork, and that was your cork. That bunch of little layers of Coca-Cola cap bottle cork, and with a match stuck in, with the line running in with the, you know, in the hole. And that was the corks we used. And
That's advanced.
yes, sirree. Many of them. I made a many of them.
No, I'll watch a whole playlist for all that, Steve. You make videos like that, I'll watch them all day. I enjoy seeing stuff like that.
Well, that's the way we did down here. I mean, look here. It didn't make no difference hardly who you were. There was a very few handful of folks down here in Mississippi that had any money. A very small handful of people. And everybody else was just getting by every day and trying to get somewhere, you know. Trying.
I gotta tell you, that wasn't just in Mississippi. That was pretty much everywhere.
I imagine it was everywhere, but all I can speak of is down here, you know. And yeah, man, we make do with just about everything. We look, my stepdaddy. If I had a nickel for every old boat, rusty boat, you couldn't even tell what it was, that I have stayed under a tree with a brush, a wire brush, and cleaned on that boat until you could put a nut on it and put it in a bucket of oil it up, and then lay it on a board and leave it laying there, and then get another one and go scrubbing on it with the brush until you could get the bolt on the threads and dip it in the oil and put. That was a every year thing for a week that we did on that farm, was to restore old rusty boats that we found.
What did you
Well,
do?
let's be honest. Let's be honest. That was before Home Depot and Lowe's. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, we restored them old boats, and we find, if you broke one, a boat broke, and you took it out of a tool or an implement, you didn't throw that bolt away. You got a file that them threads is where you can start a nut on it, and you put it and you saved it.
That's tough. Hey,
That's right.
That's kind of what I was talking about before, Steve. Well, that's kind of exactly what I was talking about before. You know, with Stan 3's brakes going out and stuff. You know, he's seen me do it. He's seen me do the brakes.
Yeah.
Hundreds of times since he was a little bitty kid, and that was the big thing out there. Here you go, handing me the screwdriver or the wrench or the whatever. You know, you start your kids out from that, and you're teaching them from that age. Like by the time they get to adult, they know what's going on already. They can do that themselves, and then they got their kids, and they're doing that. You know, and that's I kind of think a lot of what that America as a whole has got away from. Like we're so it's not working, we throw it out kind of thing.
The word is wasteful.
wasteful.
We've had it too good. We've had it too good, and every generation has gotten it butter and butter and butter and butter, and they don't appreciate working for something and having something.
Well, they will when the stores close, you know.
There you go.
Everybody be like, Coach, what do we do? Notice I went to old school phone, because that's all it's going to be is landlines. There's going to be no cell phones.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah. You got to eat the old crank style phone.
Yeah. I wouldn't take nothing for the way I was raised, because it made me who I am. But times have gotten real good. I'm just gonna tell you, times are really good now.
Listen, man. You appreciate it more, like you said, because you've seen both sides.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that I say, that hey, everything can't be good. You got to appreciate the bad times. You know why? Because without the bad times, you wouldn't know what a good time is, and that's to me, that's important. Like hey, bad times are bad, but they only last for so long before it gets good again. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, I can believe that, Buck. That's a good practice. I pickle okra. That's funny he said that. I pickle okra. I got 17 okra stalks. And when I raise enough okra off of those 17 and she thinks we got enough cut up to fry, if she puts it in the freezer, then I start pickling it.
I never had it pickled. I love it fried.
Yeah. Well, since day one this year, I've used one Ziploc bag to hold all that okra in. When I get a Ziploc bag full of okra, I'll wash it and cut it and put it in her bag, or either I'll wash it and pickle it. And I put that Ziploc bag back in the bottom of that freezer in the crisper jar. I've used one Ziploc bag the whole year on that, and I've pickled 11, 12, 13 bottles of okra, big quarts, and we got a big thing of fried okra, and I've used one Ziploc bag. I put that Ziploc bag back in the bottom of the refrigerator. I don't throw it away.
Hey, I do that with my fish, my trusty dusty fish. They go in the same bag.
I can't stand to throw a Ziploc bag away, man. It's great.
Keith Doc Reed said he grew up with a Johnson Century. I remember those reels, the push button Johnsons. Yeah, we've been up here.
He had a wooden boat and the beaver ate it.
Yeah.
Danny Stone been catching those turtles lately, but hey, Danny Stone, he'll be out there this time of year. The Mississippi is about to fire up again. Danny'll be out there catching those big monsters again.
The Mississippi finna dry up.
Danny Stone. Go ahead, Steve.
Right now, I want to know who's the champ. Who's got the biggest fish right now? Who's the champion? Everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. Who's got the biggest fish?
It ain't me. I did catch my PB, which was right at 30. So, but
that's awesome. Congratulations, Freddie, man. That's a PB. You beat me.
It ain't the biggest because Stan's definitely got the biggest one that I know.
Steve's got the 75.
You mean this one right here? But that was 2021. That's a whole year ago. This year, man, there's been the most recent has been LG Bass, Tom, with that 62 pounder that he landed from the dock the other day.
Awesome.
But you know what? Everybody out in chat has caught their own monsters. Danny Stone out there, God bless him, he's out there every single week out there fishing. He's got I think he caught a 72 this year.
Nice.
Team Snag and Whiskers, they fish up here in the James River by us.
Awesome.
Dustin's been, Snatcher, I've said it even tonight. I've said it and I've told you before. I believe that, God puts people in your life for the right reason. And man, Stand 3 had some things going on and I was having a hard time getting to the river. And, Dustin's like, hey, I'll come pick you up. And man, week after week, he was coming to the house, picking me up, bringing me out to the river. I can't. I don't think he'll know.
That's awesome.
I don't think he'll know what that meant to me.
Yeah. That's awesome. Shout out to Dustin with the 46. Max got a 42. That's a good PB, Mac.
Mac caught that this year too, I believe.
That was this year?
I believe Mac caught that 42 this year, wasn't it, Stan?
I believe so, yeah.
Damn, this year.
Dominic caught a good fish.
Oh, yeah. Dale Haysom says right there, Dominic Hollis caught a 68 this past week, too.
That's right. Dominic got the big one this past week. That's true.
The big ones are starting to get caught.
There you go. That's exactly right, Dustin. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, this weather's starting to cool off a little bit. The water temp's starting to cool down a little bit. Them bigger fish are starting to bite a little bit better.
Yeah, man. Congratulations to all y'all, man. That's got a good PB. Shout out to y'all, man. That's awesome. I know it's not a better feeling than that, man, to put that work in and come up with some results. Even that 30-pound, Freddie, man, I'll take that right down. Yeah. I'm going to do a backflip off the dock.
Hey, Stan.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember when you couldn't buy monofilament?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was
when all line
was
string.
Yeah.
All line. There wasn't no such thing as monofilament.
Really?
Not. I remember.
It was all
like I said,
with threaded needles.
It came with it came on a stick, you know, had a stick
Really?
like that.
Uh-huh.
It's wrapped like
Wrap that way. Yep.
long ways.
I seen that on the Little Rascals.
Well, that was before monofilament. I remember the first. We wouldn't use monofilament. We said, man, we can't be. No, this stuff can't be no good. You can see through it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that. And then they had, you know, once it went to that, it was the ones on the actual spool that was up and down, and it came off this way. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't think of it, but it was black. It was like a black thread, but a thick thread, and yeah.
That's awesome. That's a big difference.
No.
You get that thread out there and get busy.
I just haven't to think about that. I remember buying them little old thing that came with a cork and a little hook on it.
Yep.
Brad said it was 2021 BC. Everyone was off working fishing.
There you go.
BC. Well, that would be. I was going to say it'd be 2019 was before BC, before COVID. But I'm just saying. Well, look, we've been up here an hour, almost an hour and a half. If anybody else wants to jump up, if not, we're going to be getting out of here in just a couple minutes.
Well, look here, I'm fixing to get off here. I've enjoyed it. I really have enjoyed it.
I definitely enjoyed it.
And
Steve,
nobody up here on the panel picked on me, but these folks in the chat kind of picked on me, and I'm going to put them all on my list.
Don't worry, Steve.
I'm headed to my unsubscribe list right now.
You ain't even got to do that. I'm coming out of somebody's closet. You just point the finger. I'm jumping right
That's
out.
right. That's right. We got your back, Steve.
Okay, well, I enjoyed it.
You don't want the three of us coming out your closet. I'm just saying.
See y'all later. Yeah.
All right, Steve.
All right,
God bless,
thank
brother.
you. Appreciate you, Steve. Thank you. Man, that was pretty awesome. He jumped up. Like I said, when I came up, I was feeling the day. I was drained. The energy was low.
Oh, man.
Steve saw it.
Yes, man. I'm glad I got to be a part of this too, man. Because I said I just got the notification, man. I just come out of the room. My phone was laying on my bed. I come out of the room and I seen the notification there, and I clicked on it, and I was like, let me see if Stan will let me in.
Yo, hey, Snatch, my brother, anything, you know what? You family, that's
Don't worry,
you,
Snatch.
Freddie.
There's
so many people.
No script for you.
I appreciate that, man.
I've been holding down that no script spot for you. It's ready.
Hey, I guarantee you did a good job up there too, Freddie, man. I guarantee it, man, because you're a good guy, man. You got good energy.
That's right. That's right. And that's what it's all about. It's keeping that positivity going, keeping the positive vibe going, and that if that's what we can pass on to the next generation, the younger people, hey, we not all kind of angry and that we happy, we good people, we're positive people. Keep that going. That's the best thing you do through your life is just to keep positive. If you're going through some bad times, stay positive. It's gonna change. It'll get better.
That's right. You got to stay positive. Stay the course. It will change, man. Everybody has to go through something. Like Stan said earlier, if you don't have anything bad, you can't appreciate good.
Hooks and hammocks. We home now. Can finally say hello to everyone and Snatcher's back.
Snatcher's back. The Snatcher's back. Run around and tell everybody that. Yeah.
We've been needing some Snatcher lately. We've been needing some Snatcher.
I'm glad I got this.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not going to say I'm going to be in every live, but I'm going to be around, man. Like I said, I'm right at the end of my project. I promised everybody I'm going to be making like some at least one short or something. You're going to be seeing more of the Snatcher again, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Snatcher, that once you get up here, and I got to admit it. There you go, Brad Cottle from Tidal Weights. He's got some new things coming out. He's got 4-pack spooks.
Well done.
So check out Brad. If somebody could drop, feel free to drop Brad's Facebook link there. But here's the thing. You get up on here and people see us as, I did it when I first got into YouTube, and I'm like, oh, wow. You think you don't remember that just because we're up here, we're just people. Like we still got this. We still got to cook dinner, and you know, cars break down, and you know, we got our own.
And
Yeah,
some people have
it's
jobs and stuff like that. You know, some of them
Yeah,
are
yeah.
tired and-
Right.
And I know you've been. There was times Snatcher was like, "Hey, I can't talk now, but check this out," and boom, putting little clips out there to us, to the bros in our private little chat over there, and
Yes, sir.
you know,
Yes, sir.
it's you know, we've got our own things going on, and sometimes it takes us away from the community and from this, and but hey, it's good to see you back, even if it's just.
One thing I learned,
What's that?
this is a true statement. This is one thing I learned in life. This is good advice for everybody out there. Y'all pay attention. You're gonna know your real friends by this right here. I haven't spoke with two stands, and I can't tell you it's been a good little while. We spoke briefly, and like he said in our group text, and I could jump right back in and pick up with him like we never left, because that's a sign of a real friend. You know what I'm talking about? It's a good person. If you got somebody that you can't do that with, they're not really that good with them. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We had our little things to be like, hey, everything good? I just say yes, you good?
Yeah.
And boom, we did a couple of things back and forth like that's all. I just needed to hear he was okay, and that was good. You know, we know that things are going on, and great to see you tonight, Snatcher. Always bringing the positive vibe.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
And
Thank y'all all. Thank you, Freddie, as well. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. We like I said, we've missed you, and we're glad you back. At least, if nothing else, but for the night, it's great getting up here with you and hanging out.
There you go.
If I disappear from YouTube again, I made it. Mama, you heard me? I made it.
That's right. Carp a Day Fish On said, well said, Snatcher, well said.
Thank you.
Solo Texan Adventures. Good to see you again, Snatcher. People thinking of you.
Now,
man, that's got to make you feel great. You know,
it makes me feel good, man. That's why I was talking about putting positive energy out there. Like a lot of people, man. Of course, you know, hate comes with the territory, but that's usually somebody that's got a lot of evil in their heart. But most part, man, wherever I go, whenever I go live or wherever, it's always positive energy I receive, because that's what I put out into the atmosphere. And I believe in that, you know. And I'm not going to try to get preachy on y'all, but it's in the good book. It says, love thy neighbor, and I believe in that. And your neighbor is somebody who treats you as you would want to be treated, and you got to treat them as you would want to be treated, you know, and vice versa. You know, you show love to each other. And I believe in that. Good karma is real. Bad karma is real. What you put out,
you know me with the number. You know me with the number 2. There's two commandments, 2 great commandments in the Bible, and this I'm going to end with. Number 1 is love God. Number two is love your neighbor. Love your neighbor, and that's
Jesus said it, not me.
Whisker Wings and Whitetail said, thought of you yesterday, ordered a new camera, and it processed it on 9/22 at 2:22 p.m. No joke. Big facts. Thank you. Appreciate everybody out there. Thank you. We'll see you sometime this weekend.
Yes,
Juicy.
sir. Peace.